I step in the cage, ready to throw. Adrenaline rushing, feeling that flow. Champions fall under the glow. I'm the king, letting them know. By night, the lights, they gleam. A warrior's dream. Hear the crowd scream. And the ring is all real.
What's going on, guys? It is Monk's MMA Talk with your boy Troy. And we're back with Moreno versus Erceg, however you say that name, with the UFC fight night that happened March 29th, 2025. Saturday, to be exact, as every UFC fight. My boy Bryan is back as the co-host, as usual. Bryan, tell me how you been, bro. Tell me how you been. The goat. Yeah, it's very, very boring to see. Depending on if the fight goes really well, though. You know what I mean? Like if there's a brawl going on and it's like boo, 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 like that's awesome. Like that's awesome. Yeah. I'll say the Leon Edwards card was a little bit better. Give some context. I did not post a podcast on that fight last week. Got busy. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to let y'all down. But card was pretty average. So it wasn't much to miss. We'll say Leon Edwards, I will say, got knocked out. Oh, he actually submission. He did submit it. Yeah, you're right. My fault. My fault, fans. My fault. He got submitted, which means he got choked out in the face. So, Bryan, are you ready to get into this card? All right, all right. So, guys, we're first gonna be hitting on Raul Rosas Jr. versus Vince Morales. As everybody knows, Raul Rosas Chi Wee Wees. That's Mr. Chi Wee Wee himself. If nobody knows the context, he's a 17-year-old fighter that actually he's the youngest UFC fighter to get into the UFC, but he's had like a bumpy road a little bit. When he won his first fight, I think lost his second fight, and this is his fight since, and he just won this one by decision. So, Bryan, going is he? I could have swore he had a loss not too long ago. Yes, he has. I swear yes, he did versus Rodriguez. Look, I'm looking it up. I got it right here. Okay, I had my stats wrong. I thought he only had a little bit of fights. So he's on a 4-win streak. He's on a 4-win streak now. Speaking of, um, going into this fight when I watched, to me, I don't know. It was close. I'll say that Raw he he got a lot of takedowns, but the submission attempts were more on Vince Morales than anything else. Even though the striking also went to Vince, like I don't know, it was like round one total. The strikes that went into it, Raw won. Raw won that round for sure. So going into it, round one, I would say that Chi Weewees definitely won that round. Then we get into the other round. Ooh. Two, but Raw is able to get two takedowns, but the striking does go towards Vince. But it's just I'm pretty sure he had a lot of control and working with his takedowns. So the way that you get points in the UFC with takedowns is you have to work. You have to work with it. If you don't work with the takedown, then it doesn't really count for anything. If you would trip somebody, get a takedown, it doesn't count for nothing. You have to keep them on the ground, get work done, get in the top guard, half guard, and then be able to do work, which is basically you're mounted on the side of somebody or either on top, on the ground. But Bryan, did you watch this fight? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but like it's I don't think like his hype came from just being a 17-year-old jumping into the UFC. Like, oh, this 17-year-old's about to dominate. He went crazy in some poo place in I think New Mexico is where he's from. And so like him going into the UFC, he won his first one, lost his second fight. Now he's on a 4-win streak, but it's against like nobodies almost. Like once he gets towards the top ranking of the what is it, featherweight, I think he's in? Featherweight, is it bantam? I didn't think he was that light. Damn. Um, but I don't think he competes that good. Like he's got great some like he's good on the ground. He's great on the ground, but like his striking above all, like he does nothing. It's almost like a nothing fight. It's insane. You know what I mean? Brian, get. Mhm. Yeah, it's lack. It was just lackluster fighting. It's just lackluster. Exactly. It's just lackluster fighting to me. I feel like it's just you're not doing much work. You're sitting there barely wasting away all the time, and then like you're just sitting there maybe a couple of submission attempts, and then he gets all the points. I don't know. He has to change something up to me. Well, let's move on here. Let's go to this lightweight bout for the co-main event. Oh boy, Manuel Torres knocks out Drew Dober. Drew Dober was actually voted to win this fight on the cards, I would say, like for gambling. People gamble on this if you guys didn't know, people gamble on UFC fights and people lose. I'm one of them. And uh, I had Dober winning. Um did not happen. Round 1, bro got knocked out. He has 3 strikes to count towards his name. And they're horrible. I'm actually going to show the knockout. So let's look at this, Brian. Boom! Hits him with the right. Oh. It's just double fist down. He's just hammer fisting on the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Like that's okay. That was a horrible late stoppage for the UFC. Like you have these refs that go in there. Like look, old boy's like I wasn't done. I wasn't done. If once this fight, watch. We're gonna go again. He goes for it. Like goes for the jab, sets up the right. Boom! Drops him right there on the ground. He's going for a takedown, but the punches on top literally just destroy him. Like bow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, look, this is just like he's doing no work here. Like the ref, it was a good stoppage for sure. Like he should have probably been stopped way before that. Um, but exactly, like it's 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 insane sometimes. Like these refs come in here and they're like they want them to fight. They want it to be a great fight. They don't want to stop nothing too early. But like you can see, oh boy, hit him with a jab into the right, dropped him, hammer fist on top, boom. At least like the comment said, 46 times at least. The kid's head ain't made of steel. The kid's head ain't made of steel. It does, bro. Look at the chin on this guy. Hey, this guy might be mighty. This guy might be Superman. Um, but insane that he did lose that within the first round. Um, I thought it definitely deserved performance of the night for sure. Like that was a great knockout. Like setup was perfect. Setup was perfect. Brian, you got anything on it? these 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 boys have these harsh training camps that they want to go into, and no ref wants them to go out there and try to give it them all, and then them stop it early off of something like that. Because I mean, even the fans will despise a ref afterwards. And trust me, I've seen fights like that, and I've let's say like Ben Askren versus no, that fight was stopped perfectly. I was thinking no, it wasn't BJ Pitt, the other bald guy. Hit me with a little research real quick, Brian. Robbie Lawler. Sorry guys, I couldn't think of the name, but Robbie Lawler versus Ben Askren. He goes Actually, he slams Ben Askren on his head. Slams him, picks him up, slams him on his head. I'm pretty sure Rory misstepped, slipped, and then got put in a bulldog choke, which is basically choking the side of the head, cutting off the oxygen to the brain. So you have Robbie Lawler there. He has his hand up. He has his hand up to make sure that to tell the ref that I'm good. Like I'm good. So he has his hand up. Then like his arm goes like a little limp, but then puts it back up, and then the ref stops the fight, which giving Ben Askren his first win in the UFC, which that wouldn't last long because right after that gets knocked out in 5 seconds by Jorge Masvidal, and then loses to submission by one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the UFC. So Ben Askren total bust. Actually, insane. I don't know if you know this, Bryant, but the Ben Askren trade was for they got Ben Askren for Mighty Mouse. Like, and if everybody in the MMA community knows Mighty Mouse, but if you guys don't, Mighty Mouse, I would say one of the goats, like close to John Jones level, like insanity in the UFC. This guy was unstoppable. But back to this fight, I think that it was a great knockout. Definitely deserved performance of the night. Manuel Torres, good job. See you in your next fight. Don't lose, or else. Um, Brandon Moreno versus Steve. Yep, you said that last name, Brian. You got it. That ain't me. Erceg, that's it. All right. What did you think about this fight? Didn't didn't he drop him? I'm pretty sure I seen he might have dropped him in a round. Yeah, he didn't do much. But Moreno, great fighter, actually ex champion in the flyweight division. Um, great fighter. Like overall, I wasn't expecting him to lose. But I mean, you get these guys that are ex champions going against these up and comers. Like you would expect a little bit more out of them than than the average person. Like not saying old boy didn't do good because as you could tell, he outstruck Moreno. Which I mean, Moreno's strong suit is more of a grappling game instead of like strikes, but he could still punch. Like that. There's no big deal in it. Yeah, exactly. 1 out of 5 though. Like you got to look, Steve. Like great, that's great on him. He was able to stop 4 takedowns out of 1. But even though outstriking him with even more significant strikes, like it's so tough to like yeah. That last round, I would say that last round definitely probably took it for Moreno with that takedown. Like you can have all these strikes and stuff, and even round two was close. Round one's close. Round three and four, you could probably give to Steve for sure. Then round five comes in Moreno with the takedown, and then does work off of it as well as competing with him striking with total significant strikes, you it's not a bad call to give it to Moreno. It's not. It's it was a great win. It was yeah. You could tell you got these guys that come in that they're not used to 5 rounds. So that you usually fight 15 minutes. One round, 5 minutes. You got these 5 rounds, so that's 25 minutes. 25 minutes you got to fight. These guys are going through training camps trying to get up their energy and their stamina. But like when it comes down to it, those fourth and fifth rounds are championship rounds. That's what makes you good enough to be able to go against these high class fighters that's been doing this for a long time, like Brandon Moreno. He's used to this. He's fought for the belt so many times. I couldn't even tell you. Um, but for the kid, I think it was a good step up for him. Moreno, after seeing this, he's probably gonna get a higher title shot. I would say probably not a title shot, but like one of the top guys next. Would you say, Brian? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at the bantamweights right now. He's bantamweight, right? Flyweight, flyweight. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. So whoever that guy is might be fighting him next. I've never seen this dude a day in my life. Dude probably will. Like, but I'm pretty sure they fought before too. I want to say, it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
experience. And I mean, yeah, that's why he's lost his last two or three actually.
I
So
do want
two
to
lost,
say
two wins.
this. I think the podcast was not picking up your voice the whole entire time. That actually sucks. No, that was a mistake on my part. I didn't see it. Oh man, that actually sucks. Guys, I will put in subtitles for him. I got you. Um, no, dude,
No.
that actually blows, bro. But looking at Figueiredo versus Moreno, these were for the double champ. Or no, these dude, look, they Figueiredo and Moreno fought 4 times. I remember watching these. I do remember this. And Moreno won, and then lost the belt to Pantoja. So like, old boy's got it.
How
Oh,
does the
Moreno
UFC even
versus
allow four fights?
it's because the first one was a draw. This was for double champ too, and or no, no, yeah, they're in the same fight class, weight class. They fought for the belt. Moreno won the first one or second one technically, and then Figueredo won the third one, and then
Third.
Moreno won won the fourth. Well, no, because the draw. You got to remember the draw. And then Pantoja right after takes the belt from him. And then I guess you got Royval.
Yeah, but that
That
was a split decision fight. So I
yeah,
mean, Roy Wallace, what 17-7 his record was? That's not that
yeah.
great.
It's all right. Yeah. You got 22-8, but I mean, Reval
Actually, 23-8
would
now.
probably be your best option here for the next, I guess, title ship fight because Pantoja is already like, I have nobody to fight anymore. I have nobody. Like,
I mean,
yep,
I granted, I'll give Royval the benefit of the doubt. I've never seen him fight, so maybe he's going crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
Well, guys, I'm sorry about the audio mix-up with Bryan. For the next pod, it will not happen again. That actually sucks. You guys have a great day and a great night, whatever time you guys are seeing this. I'll catch you guys later. Bryan, you got anything?
That'll do it. I mean, hopefully, the upcoming UFC events will be a little more interesting than that fight night. But we'll just have to see, won't we?
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Catch y'all next time.
I step in the cage, ready to throw. Adrenaline rushing, feeling that flow. Champions fall under the glow. I'm the king, letting them know. Fight night, the lights, big green.